Door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Amber and
James Dolan is the owner of the New York Knicks. Dolan was asked if he wanted to bring back this entire team.
Hey, this is Buckeye
and
Dom
he
from
said,
Panama
we're
City,
willing to
and
stretch,
I just won
but there are
$50 to
certain
the Lone
things in
Star
the
Boil
NBA
House
that
and the
you
Lone
have to
Star
be
Daily Double
suicidal to
Boil.
do.
Just for
One of
listening to
them is the
104.3 ESPN
This
Northwest
is why
Florida.
the New York
All I
Knicks
can
are
say
better
is
off
go
when James Dolan's not near
Buckeyes.
them. It's just a stupid thing to
Listening
say.
to Win on the Gulf Coast.
Weeknights at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Ready to unlock the science behind a healthier mind? Register today for the 4th annual STEM Mental Summit, hosted by the United Hands Project. Discover mental wellness through science, tech, engineering, and math with fun workshops, free food, and great giveaways. It's completely free for youth ages 10 to 24. Join us June 22nd through the 25th at Gulf Coast State College and June 27th at FSUPC. Sign up now at theunitedhp.org. That's theunitedhp.org.
Your
This
safety
Father's Day,
and
put
proper
the
care of
focus
your
on Dad's
boat in an
happy
emergency
place, his
is
garage.
crucial.
Shop more ways
When it comes to
organize,
on-water
more ways to
assistance,
build, and
response
more ways to
time is
spend time
everything.
together. With low prices guaranteed.
And since
at the Home
1996, in the
Depot.
Bay
Get
or
a
on the
rolling
Gulf,
toolbox
it's
or a
Seato.
wall-mounted organizer
Seatos
to keep
Coast
it
Guard
all in
licensed
place.
captains are
Or
on the
save on
scene.
power
In an
tools
average
like
of
the
1
Ryobi
hour or
2-tool
less.
driver drill
Seato
combo
gets
kit
members
for just
home or back to
$99.
boating
Make
faster.
Father's Day
Become a
about
member
building
today
something
at
together with a little
Seato.com
help
or
from the
call
Home Depot.
850-234-2323.
Looking
Every
to
40
upgrade
seconds,
your
a
truck?
child is reported missing.
It's Blue
That's
Diamond
2,000
Truck
children every
Accessories in
single day.
Panama City. They
It's a
sell,
heart-wrenching
service, and
reality
install it
that we
all.
can no
Light
longer
kits,
ignore.
bed
Find
covers,
the Children
bumpers,
is a nonprofit
winches, lift
organization
kits, and
dedicated to
any
helping
trailer
find
hitch you
missing
can
kids.
imagine.
You can
Blue
be a part of
Diamond
their
Truck
mission by
Accessories
donating
just
your
west of
unwanted
Frankfurt
vehicle.
Avenue
Run
on
it or not. Call
15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck
1-800-294-0222.
Accessories on Facebook or call
We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide
850-914-0265.
fast,
Blue
free
Diamond
pickup
Truck
with
Accessories,
24-hour response. Call
850-914-0265.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm gonna take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
The locals love it.
Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning. Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub. Hot tub. I'm full of water. I stay hot tub. Hot. Stay very, very, very hot. Stay hot tub. Hot tub. Gonna get you hot tub.
Hot, it is
Gonna
hot.
make it wet. Stay
Hot in the hot tub.
Rubber dub in the hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Stay in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Really make me sweat.
Yeah.
Stay in the hot tub.
Yes.
Really make me wet.
I always want to say I am not a crook. After you say, well.
I am not a crook.
That's right.
Good morning and welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Before we even think about doing sports, we're going to talk about the most important people, I believe, in your whole lives. And I want to wish mine was around. I wish I could still talk to him. I want to wish all the fathers out there happy Father's Day. Glenn, happy Father's Day.
Thank
Patrick, I know both of you are outstanding fathers. I watch Patrick's friends with his wife on Facebook. And I see all the events are always together. And Glenn, I know you not only an outstanding father to your own son, but to many other football players, athletes, students, all the great things you've done for kids that some of them didn't even have fathers, and you became their role models. And I want to thank you for that. But I'm gonna just, we're going to take a few minutes this Father's Day. And James, happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you.
What? I don't want to right now. My head's hurting.
All right.
But anyway, my hero, best man at my wedding was my dad. I think the greatest thing a dad does for his family is the security. You feel safe. When he came home, that door opened, you knew you were okay. Regardless of where you're at financially, if you come from a poor family, a medium income, or rich, wealthy, whatever you want to call it, when you had your dad, you felt safe. And you knew everything was going to be all right. You didn't worry about anything because he was alive. And I always said, when your dad dies, that's when I believe you become a man. In most situations. I know it's different for every family. My dad, 4th grade education, had to quit. He didn't have a father. There was no book. My brother used to talk about things, what he would do. There's no book telling you how to be a good dad, a bad dad, or whatever. Then the war broke out. It was him and his mother. And he had to work the fields and feed them. They out in the country, outhouses, just poor people. And then when the war, he lied about his age going into the military, and he got caught. Lied again, got back in. So he goes off at a young age, killing people, trying to kill him, fought in the South Pacific, fought in Korea. Then you come home and try to raise a family and things like that. But did he do everything right? Absolutely not. Some of the things he used to teach us was, they come after you, you hit the first one before they open their mouth. You have a stick, whatever you got to have, and you make it. If you don't win it, you make it where they never want to mess with you again.
That's self-preservation.
Yeah, he learned. He really meant that stuff. Right. He made us box. He made us do, all kind of stuff. He was a great boxer, and but he was my hero.
Right.
So all the fathers out there, good, bad, or whatever, there's no right or wrong. You just do the best you can, the best you know how. And I try to do that with my kids. I know I made some mistakes. But anyway, I want you to talk about your dad. What did he do?
Gosh.
How did he influence your life?
My dad was in World War II and everything. So, he was kind of a disciplinarian, but not to the point that, we were going to get beat or anything. But, if you messed up, you had some form of punishment. But, he always backed me in sports. Wherever I went, I used to work for him when I was a teenager. And so the only time I could get off, it was a practice or a game. So he took care of me. And, anything that I actually needed, I know that, you got to have a glove and all that. I know sometimes they kind of went without some stuff so me and my sister could have
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
so are there things you learned that you did the same thing with your kids, and there's certain things you saw maybe you shouldn't do? Because I did. There were some things I would not do what my dad would do.
Yeah, sometimes you learn what to do, what not to do, but I just, the discipline part, respect of people's part, and just treat people like you want to be treated. Was because he was a boss of about 70 or 80 people, and so. And
you talked about his work ethic before.
Yeah. So he was the first one there, last one to leave. So sometimes I had to be the first one with him, and he'd holler at me upstairs, "All right, it's time to go and hear those feet at the floor." So I'd swing my feet and put them on the floor, but I wasn't out of the bed yet. But the next thing I know, there'd be cold water in the bed if I didn't get up. So you learn to get up quickly. So now that's what I do. I'd get up early, to face the day and everything. So, the joke was a lot of times you talked about all those kids calling me their dad. Some of them called me mother. So
some of them called you teddy bear.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was about.
Yeah,
Patrick, I know you're a great dad. I know that for a fact. Talk about your dad. What did he do, and what are some things you learned from him? Some things maybe you wouldn't do with your own kids.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that you learn from your parents by watching, and you're always saying there's things you learn to do and not to do. It's really just what you learn to do, because they do stuff that you wouldn't want to do.
Right.
So you learn, hey, if I do this, this is the result. So you start learning what to do, even when. You don't have the greatest example, and I'm not talking to anybody in particular. You still are learning how you should do something.
Right.
We, also that me, I lived as an adult in a different era than my father did. So, some of the things that may have been okay to do, you kind of backed up a little bit. But I never was mistreated. I never wanted for anything. So I try to do that for my son and everything. Right. So
I was fortunate when I was growing up. My dad worked all the time, but I also found other guys that were older that I could lean on that became mentors. And so even now I have guys that are older than me that I'll call for advice, lean on, get stuff. And part of being a father, in my opinion now, that I do is I try and set an example, not just do what I say.
Right.
It's, hey, this is what I'm doing. And to me, it's being the most honest you can be with your kids all the time. If they're not good at something, don't tell them they're great at it, because that's really a disservice to them. Tell them, hey, you're not good at that. Let's find something you can be good at. Don't waste a lot of time doing this.
Don't lie to them. Correct.
Yeah. And that way, as you get older, and mine are getting into the teenage years, and now they know everything above dad and mom and all that stuff, you can have these conversations that are just open and honest, kind of like what we're talking right now, that hold more stuff, hold more value to them.
What'd your dad do?
All different types of stuff.
And he's
he was in sales, management, all different types of stuff. I mean, he ran car dealerships. Sometimes he would work 70, 75, 80 hours.
Yeah. He loved sports.
He loved Auburn football.
Yeah.
And the Yankees.
Good man. Good man. Good man.
A couple of things like that, but one of the, like a little story, real quick. I'm sitting there one evening, and my dad never saved money. Never had a bunch. We didn't grow up with money, so I was always working as a young kid. So I walk into my son one evening, and I'm like, Tristan, and I held him just a stack of cash. I said, here, how much is that? And he starts guessing, and he's playing, and he's probably 9 years old, 8 or 9 years old. And we get to what the dollar amount is, and I was like, that's it. And his eyes get real big and everything. And I looked at him and I said, you're holding more in your hand than my dad ever had in his bank account.
Yeah.
And it was one of those, he kind of looked at me. I said, look, I'm not the smartest person. I'm not the smartest dad you're ever going to meet. I'm not the richest dad you're ever going to meet. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to teach you how to make some money. I'm going to teach you how to save it. That way, as you get older, you can live the life the way you want to live it.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the neatest questions I got to ask him, I was taking him fishing one day, and all kids, they don't like school that much. And we're going through that battle. And I looked at him, I said, let me ask you a question. In 20 years, I said, how do you want to live your life? Not what do you want to be, what do you want to do for a living, how do you want to live? And he starts telling me all the things he wants to be able to go do and everything. And I said, okay. I said, now you just got to find a way to finance it. I said, start thinking about all the things you like to do, and then let's try and start finding something that you can make money doing that. Because, I don't want to make about money, but money does pay the bills, and it makes it easier when you sometimes in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did a great job. You have two great kids. How was it like coaching your son in football?
Oh my God, it was hard. I'll be honest with you. If I go back, I'd do it totally different. I think I was a great dad until I started coaching him, because I was so hard on him, harder on him than any of the rest of them. And you shouldn't have done that. I should have not been that way, and I regret that. But it is. I just did. I screwed up. And
I wouldn't say you screwed up. No, it's just your expectation was so high.
Well, and also you don't want to show any partiality towards.
Yeah, and I went overboard the other way.
Right. So so you do that. But listen, I got to give a shout out to this young guy. His name is Joel. He was from Bonifay, but I was at the political event the other day, Saturday, and he came by and he noticed my name, and he just knew that I was on the radio. Then he found out I was doing something else in politics. So we had a great time. time. So he listened to us all the time. So
when did you start doing radio? I didn't know that.
I know every once in a while. So I'm a newcomer to this. So, but yeah.
What's his name?
His name's Joel. So I want to thank him.
Hello, Joel.
Yeah, he's listening. So I told him I told him I'd give a shout. He said, "Oh, not me," but I told him I'd do that.
You know, I do want to say something though. We're talking about our experiences with our dads and stuff like that, but I also want to send a big shout out to all the stepdads.
Oh yeah, they're dads. They're dads.
Or the guys that aren't even stepdads. And Coach, you two really had the opportunity and you did it. And there's guys out there that you don't even know you did it to, that played for you, that you really became their father. You were that example for them, and it was players that you had, and some of them I'm sure have told you, but I'm sure there's some of them that never told you, that talk about it with other people, and you've never known it. So thank you.
I did have a Happy Father's Day from two of them yesterday. One of them he said, "Happy Father's Day, Coach," and I knew he had a rough life. And the other one was Isaac Harvison. He was a state championship in the 100 and 220. He was unbelievable. If he had the problem was he had a rough upbringing in the grades, GPA. He signed with Kansas State. That's when they could take prop players.
Prop players.
And I can't remember now what happened, but he had to go through JC. Once they promised one thing, it didn't come to happen. He had to go to JC and stuff like that. But anyway, I knew he loves me. Yeah, I can just tell. He always every holiday, every something. James, real quick, your daddy, how y'all close? Or you had a hero daddy?
Yeah. They moved down here a couple of years ago when I moved down here. So I actually spent the day yesterday with them out on Deer Point Lake. They live out there, so walked out.
Rods.
Yep. That's I took some of he had some deep sea poles that I took because we go out there a little more than he does, and I was going to rewire them and everything for him. So that's why we got all the fishing poles in the back of the Jeep today. And we had a great time yesterday. Watched the Braves game.
Is he a Wildcat?
No, he is he actually played. Didn't play, but he was on the basketball team at UT Chattanooga for the Mocs. Cool. He was an official scorekeeper and guy that had to stand under the net during practice and get beat up on.
Yeah. Craig Jones, our quarterback in junior high school, one of my best friends all time. He signed with Tennessee Chattanooga.
Awesome.
Tore his knee up and didn't play.
Oh.
He could run, he could throw, he could do it all. But back then, when you had knee injuries back then,
you were done.
Yeah, it wasn't like it is today. All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful, outstanding, and tell everybody out there, Happy Father's Day. You see a father, tell him. And if your dad's still alive, I guarantee you need to call and talk to him. One day, that's the weirdest thing. When they're gone, you never believe and can think your dad can die.
Right.
And then when it happens, it shocks you. I know it did me. I could not believe it. I just thought, tough, mean, somebody like him will never die, and they do. And you will miss them, believe me. I think about my dad every single day, every day. All right, let's talk about another thing I think about almost every single day is that legendary J. Michael's restaurant on Thomas Drive. J. Michael's a great papa, too. He is a good man. The best ice cold beer anywhere you can get. Draft beer there is incredible. The best seafood, steaks, burgers, you name it, they got it. Today's special, black beans and rice at the legendary J. Michael's. Not black beans.
Quesadillas? No. I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about.
Huh?
Red beans, yes. Thank you, red beans and rice.
I was going to say, I had it
tomorrow
last
is black beans and quesadilla.
Hey, an Alabama fan not remembering the name Red.
I'm starting to forget a lot of things. Another great place to be, and I love this man. You're talking about a great city commissioner, just a wonderful person. Pat Perno, the city commissioner over there. I know he's a father figure to all those people that work for him and everybody else. He looks so young. He didn't look like a father, but he is a great man. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. You want a great meal. Go watch the national championship, Oklahoma, North Carolina. I believe the first pitch, Glenn's at 6. I think it's at 6 o'clock.
If they don't talk for 30 minutes, would be good.
Yeah, go watch it at Beef O'Brady's and Lynn Haven. Have a great time. You're already down there. Let's go look at some jewelry. Let's go see David Adams, designer jewelry. Let's talk to Russ, Amber, and Patrick. Let's put our name on the wish list. Put 3 things that you want. Then send your wife down there. Or if you're a female, send your husband, boyfriend, whatever, best friend down there. Let them look at the board, and you'll know what to get. Russ, Amber, and Patrick will work with them. They'll make sure you get exactly what you want, and they give you great deals. David Adams, designer jewelry, right down the street from Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Real local winners.
Hi, this is Angie.
And Steven.
From Lynn Haven, and we just won $50 to the Lone Star Boil House in the Lone Star Daily Double Boil, just for listening on the ESPN Northwest Florida app.
Thanks, y'all.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. Partly sunny this afternoon, an evening with the wind coming out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour, and the high of 87. Tonight look for a gentle breeze and partly cloudy skies with a temperature near 82. Tomorrow, a high around 87 and mostly sunshine. Wednesday, very warm with a high of 87 and some sun. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hi, folks. Larry Lee at Coin and Bullion Reserves. These idiots in Washington have lost their minds. They've given away all of their money, and now they're trying to give away all of yours and mine. If you're feeling the pinch and you need a few extra bucks for gasoline or rent money or tuition, bring your old gold jewelry to Coin and Bullion Reserves today at the corner of East Avenue and 15th Street in Panama City. No one in the country will pay you more for your gold than Coin and Bullion Reserves, and you can take that to the bank.
Coin and Bullion Reserves.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs, with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5, and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food, on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Braves can't complete the sweep. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
Braves won the first two against the Milwaukee Brewers, but they could not complete the sweep as they fall 9-4 on Sunday afternoon in the finale. The Brewers put up 8 runs in the second inning off Bryce Elder. Bryce does go 6 innings, gives up 12 hits, 8 earned runs, walks 2, and strikes out 6. That does save the bullpen a little bit as the boys go out west. Mauricio Dubon stays hot. He was 3 for 4 with a double and a run. Braves go to San Diego for 3. That starts tonight, late night out there on the West Coast. Grant Holmes gets the ball for the Braves. He's 4-3, has a 4.33 ERA, 32 walks, and 61 strikeouts. They'll face veteran Michael King for the Padres. Board leadoff show coverage with myself and Chris Domino, 8:55 Eastern time, and first pitch between the Braves and the Padres with Ben Ingram and Darren O'Day, 10:10 Eastern from Petco Park in San Diego. You can hear all of it on the Braves Radio Network.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
Like this. And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Do we have a caller?
We do have a caller.
You talking about a fine daddy. This guy's a great dad. Let's bring him on right now. The Bama Flash himself. He loves the Crimson Tide. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning. I love Alabama. I don't know about that Tide part.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm really calling about your health, and I want to say what an admirable job you did stumbling in on Friday after I was boring the audience with Ohio history.
I'll tell you off the air or whatever, but once I got where I was going, good thing I left when I did because it got bad. But Glenn's going to get me through it.
Yep.
Oh, he will. He here's the thing. He's a great man too, a very manly man. I call him Gino now, since we know Eugenio. But I was thinking about. I wanted to share. You know, Jason. I love Jason too. In fact, I'm trying to call him to get some of that ivermectin extract. But everybody's talking about these these poor college athletes who are transferring and getting everything out of school and everything. I want to share because as a coach, you are kind of a stand-in father, uncle, whatever. And I had a young man that played for me, and one early morning, somewhere in Alabama, actually, which I won't say where, the captain came to me and said, "Coach, he's not getting up." So I went into the hotel room. And lo and behold, there on the nightstand was an unopened 16-ounce Michelob Ultra. So I picked it up, held the top down near his ear, popped the top, woke him up, and I said, "Hey, boy," which you could call him that back then. I said, "What are you doing drinking this sissy beer?" And so I killed it. I said, "Get your A up and get ready to play." Mm-hmm. And later, he also got caught by his daddy with some of those. His daddy was there to watch the contest. So he eventually left, but I'm going to tell you something. It had a happy ending. He got a job making like $140,000 a year right after he dropped out.
Wow.
Yeah, and he got to spend a lot of time with his daddy.
Wow.
Because he was a carpenter's assistant in Helmand Province in Afghanistan. So boys and girls, pay attention because you might end up at Benoit or Tanzanite or Fubai, right? Right, Jim?
Yeah.
You know those names, don't you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or you might end up at Attu or Ponce de Leon Inlet or Sandusky, Ohio, if you're in the Coast Guard. But, no. Who y'all pulling for in the baseball game today? I think I know
It's not even close. What are you talking about? SEC?
No. I don't think Glenn feels that way, do you?
I don't feel that way. It's ACC.
Oh, I can't believe it.
And they're going to be
that Auburn blood.
They're going to be the
that
home team.
Auburn blood you got in your veins.
I know, but still.
But you wear an FSU shirt. I get it. I get it now.
I was going to say.
Well,
You mean they're playing football tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if they're playing football, I know who's going to win. Thank you, JP. Anyway, was that JP or is that the?
That's Patrick.
That's Patrick over there.
Okay.
Patrick Garner.
Patrick Garner, the turf man?
Turf Pest Control. Everything you need to know.
Well, man, I love that guy because I used to have to take care of some fancy, closely mown areas. If you know what I'm talking about, Glenn.
Yep.
You know, like Shelby Park or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Hey, I have a buddy of mine's taking up golf. He's playing. I go, "Where are you playing?" He goes, "Well, I just got to the Vinnie Leagues." I said, "Oh, that's Riverview. That's where he goes to the little par 3 chip and putt there." Yeah. Anyway, that's too provincial. But I want to say this about the football coaches have been supporting the teams. Is Belichick there? He and Jordan?
I hadn't seen him.
His girlfriend don't like baseball.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him there.
Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah, Barry Switzer's been there. All the coaches been. Kirby was there.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Coach Switzer. I saw him beat Vanderbilt 24-3. He took it easy on them that day.
Where was that game played? At Vandy or Oklahoma?
That was at Dudley. Well, they call it First Bank now.
Yeah.
But I call it the Tomb of Gloom because they used to lose so much there. Anyway, I was at a Wake Forest game a couple of years ago, and the guy goes, "You ever seen Wake play?" Like he thought I was some hillbilly, which I am, and he thought I was going to my first college football game. I go, "Well, I saw him play at Vanderbilt like in '75 or something." And he goes, "Oh, really?" I said, "I'll tell you, surprisingly enough, Wake beat Vanderbilt that day, and they beat me. I don't know what it is with Vandy, but I want to say one last thing about football. All right, since I just said something. Up here in Tennessee, these guys think that the Vols may only win 2 games. Like they think they're only going to beat Furman and Kennesaw State.
Well, I hope that's
right. Might happen.
I
know you do.
Who's the quarterback going to be?
Well, that's a good question. Is it going to be George McIntyre II, the son of the great Vanderbilt coach who won the Bobby Dodd National Coach of the Year in 1982 when he beat Florida and Tennessee, and he got beat by 1 point by Air Force in the Birmingham Bowl, which was called the Hall of Fame Bowl back then at Legion Field, and I was at several of those games. Anyway, or is it going to be Phasian? I can't remember what's Phasian's name. He went to Greensboro Grimsley. Okay, so McIntyre's supposed to be like Peyton Manning, and the Greensboro kid, Phasian Brandon. Oh, whatever. He's got a last name for a first name. Anyway, he's supposed to be like Lamar Jackson. So if they're correct about either one of them, Vanderbilt's going to be okay. I mean, Tennessee's going to be okay. Now, I think they can beat Vanderbilt in Nashville. I don't want to go. That's a long time from now. But you asked me the question. They don't know, but probably McIntyre starts against Furman, and they alternate. And then when all their linemen get hurt who can't block anyway, they'll have to play the kid that's got escapability.
I actually think I like Heupel. I think he's a hell of a coach. I think they're going to be competitive. I think they're going to be good.
Okay, I agree with you, but I think what is good? Give me a number.
Well, for Tennessee standards, it's 9 wins or up.
Well, I don't think they're going to reach that, Coach, and I'm not a fanboy. I'm not even a fan. Well, I'm going to tell you this: they got the AAA streak in October, which starts with I think it's Auburn, Arkansas, and Alabama, and how they play that will determine how the fans.
They also got Texas on that schedule. I think Texas goes to Knoxville.
We don't want to talk about that one, okay?
Well, Arkansas is like an automatic win.
Yeah,
should be.
I don't
they
think,
have trouble
I don't think
at
Auburn
Tennessee.
is. I don't think Auburn is.
I don't either, but it's at Neyland, which is the proper pronunciation. I may have said Neyland the
and so
other
is
day.
Bama. That's going to be a night game. You wait and see.
Well, I hope so. That way we can play golf before it. If they play in the daytime, we can't play golf.
Hey, let me ask you, before we get off, I want to ask you, did you get to see your daughter Father's Day, or is she out of town?
She's out of town. She's near to your daughter's workplace, but she texted me and talked and everything, and she told me this is what she made me proud. She said, "Daddy, I smoked a cigarette and listened to 2 drive-by trucker songs in your honor." And I said, "You are my child." I'll leave you with that.
All right,
Y'all have a great. Let me tell you one thing. I had a visit by a national championship coach in my little cabin up here, and I had a visit by a cancer survivor who also survived a motorcycle wreck riding behind a cop that doesn't like me. Well, that's my life. And like Ralph Edwards used to say, this is your life. And Glenn Manley, you've had one hell of a life, too. I was curious. I really enjoyed your story about you sold your dad's ring from Pierre Gustave Toussaint Beauregard High.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
It just be.
It's not going to rust, but I mean, why not? Why
Mike,
not?
we got to go. We got to take
a
break.
Y'all have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for the call. Hey, we all love Mexican food. Thank goodness we got Pepper's Mexican Grill. We always know about the legendary place over in town. We finally got one on Panama City Beach Parkway. It's incredible. Matter of fact, we saw Coach Tillman, the new athletic director, him and his beautiful assistant athletic director. Julie and I met and talked to them, had a great time, had a great lunch there. The food is incredible. Great place to have birthday parties. Today, all you military personnel, 10% off your bill, and also buy one, get one free. Draft beer and house margaritas. Go check it out. You'll absolutely love it. Amber Smith and Coach Tillman, we love that place, and Julie Hale does it also. Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Beach Parkway.
Yeah, that's my favorite saying, draft beer, not students.
There you go. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can't be deadly. If it doesn't look right, feel right, you don't put it off. You go see Dr. Ward. Thank God I did. He is the best at what he does. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Go see Dr. Ward. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey, Rob, guess what?
What?
Real local winners.
You won the Lone Star Daily Double Boil.
Come on, man.
Are you ready to crush some seafood?
Yes, I am.
You ready to eat like a local?
I always do.
You got $50 to the Lone Star Boil House just for listening on the ESPN Northwest Florida app, Rob.
That's fantastic.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfurt Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
The tartness of lemon custard filling paired with the original glazed donut is the perfect donut to brighten your taste buds. We've heard you, and the original glazed lemon-filled donut is back. Your favorite donut is here for a limited time only. Head to your nearest Krispy Kreme Donuts on 23rd Street next to HCA Hospital in Panama City and on the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. Krispy Kreme Donuts, where you get them hot.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
He's the sexiest man on the planet.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU Update is brought to you by Newbies. We thank goodness we got 4 great locations. 2 of them we absolutely love. The mothership everybody loves, you know that. But the one in St. Andrews is incredible. Newbies 2 on the Curve. That's where you watch all the sporting events. Don't forget North Carolina, Georgia, the national championship game, 6 o'clock on the ESPN. Yeah, I don't know if it's on ABC or ESPN. I think it's ESPN.
ESPN.
ESPN. Watch it there. Head on down to Mothership. Charlotte and John Charlotte's got the best entertainment almost every single night down to Mothership. Newbies 2. You got the one you love, the Brew House.
Yep.
That's on middle. What's that called? Front Beach.
It's Front Beach Road. Yeah.
Front Beach Road. That's a great place. Also, people have little parties there. But get to any 4 of them, have a wonderful time, and always support John and Charlotte. They always give back to the community. Wonderful people. I love them to death. They're really, truly 2 wonderful people. And I hope John had a happy Father's Day. He was a great dad.
Yeah. I'm sure he did. So.
All right, what do you got for us today on FSU?
Well, they had the big weekend for recruits this weekend. They had some super recruits come in, and a couple of them, and then I'll get to the 3 that they got to land, and we'll see what goes on. But they had a 3-star safety, Jamari Foreman. He is from Cypress Bay, which is close to Miami down there. He's 6 foot, 180 pounds. He was there and visited, and after he left on Sunday yesterday, he shut down his recruiting. He's going to be a Seminole. So congratulations to them. So. Yep. And then one 4-star recruit, defensive lineman Sam Lejeune, he announced he's going to announce, I guess, Thursday's the 24th, and Wednesday, I can't even remember my dates now. What's happened when you're retired? You can't remember what day it is. But anyway, so Wednesday he's going to announce, but he's visited Auburn, California, also Washington, and he has, the crystal ball says he will be a Florida State Seminole. He's from Pineville, Missouri, of all places. So I didn't know there's any trees in Missouri, so is there? I'm not sure. But anyway. And then the 4-star safety, Tashawn Poole, he visited Georgia, but the crystal ball says that he's leaning towards FSU. He was at Georgia last weekend. Now he was at FSU this past weekend. 3-star running back Marquez Fennell visited Colorado, Stanford, but the crystal ball, too, says he's favoring FSU, so it'll be good for him. And then edge rusher Stephen Thornton III. So he official visit this weekend, and he should commit to FSU later on in the week. So we're hoping we'll go with all that. And then the decision coming by the end of this month by some people, they would really like to have 3-star tight end Colton Johnson. At the end of June, he will announce Ole Miss, Purdue, Bama, North Carolina, FSU, and Indiana, and there's no crystal ball prediction on him, but they think that FSU's right there in the mix, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen. And then offensive lineman, 4-star Dejon Yarborough. He's going to announce by July the 11th. He's visited Washington, California, Mississippi State, FSU. There's no predictions, but they think FSU is the top priority on this, and he's kind of listed FSU as one of his dream places. He is from Chandler, Arizona. And edge rusher Elijah Cox from Atlanta, Georgia. He's 6'5", 230 pounds. Mississippi Clemson, Georgia Tech, but they think in the crystal ball that he will be the one that comes to FSU too. And then some of the guys that they've landed already. So these 4-star guys, one, Jannard Albright, he is a defensive lineman. Also, Jaden Wood, Miles, he's a running back, and Sean Green, who's a safety. So those are guys that are 4-star. They've already landed those this weekend. So that's going on really well. And so also softball team, they're out there picking up some players that when Beecham and Torres left, they picked up the first baseman from UCF. I mean, Stetson. She was a home run leader for Stetson and the leader in that league. And also Ella Dodge, who played in the infield all 64 games for Tennessee. She will be a Seminole starting next year. So they're starting to pick up some more people. And the guy they picked up, a 4-star pitcher out of Kentucky. She was the Kentucky Player of the Year. She was 45-0 in her high school career. So congratulations to the Seminole girls. So that's all I got going on right there. And I'm sure basketball's recruiting. And so, Coach, that's about it for me on the Seminole
that
front.
Is a good one.
The junior college quarterback is now on campus.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
He's had some workouts. Everybody says he is real impressive. The plan still is to redshirt him. There has been talk that if he would have been able to get here in the spring, he possibly could have learned enough to be the starter.
But possibly by the time he gets ready to play, they'll transfer another quarterback in.
Well, and they were saying because of he won't have the knowledge of the offense in the short amount of time.
Well, we've had two that didn't have the knowledge of the offense, so what's the difference? I mean, the last two, Ukulele and Candelera, whatever his name, I forget them when they leave, but so we don't like Spurry, so we brought him in, who said he could really run the offense according to Malzahn, but we don't want to put him out there because he's not a transfer.
Have they changed the offense up any? Well, we don't know. We don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Omar, the guy, the fullback, halfback, they don't run him more, and they don't get a line up there. But we started over the new line, 5 new people, so,
Well, the interesting thing will be, do they go more towards a spread option or the 3-step drop that they did in Jordan Travis's last year, as they go back to more of a Norvell type offense versus the Malzahn. They're very similar. Malzahn's more of an inside run guy. Norvell is a lot of traps. When he was, I think, most successful, it was the read option. They did transfer back to more of a 3-step drop in the undefeated season.
How good do you think the offense? If the offense line is not very good, you better be a 3-step passing. And
if the offensive
options
line's
a lot
not
easier.
very good, you need to go read option.
Yeah.
Because
I'm talking about the passing game. You don't want him to drop back there 7 yards if you can't protect him. I'd go 3 steps, play action passes, and run option.
There's 2 years when they went to the Cheez-Its Bowl and then got destroyed by Georgia. The offensive line wasn't that good either year.
But
he had more time to throw in the read option because that'll hold the linebackers and the defensive ends from
play
coming
action
way
pass.
upfield.
Yeah.
The 3-step drop, a lot of it was run the ball on 1st and 2nd down and then throw a fade, jump ball, or a back shoulder to the outside. When they left the read option, the inside slant and the crossing routes just almost disappeared.
Remember when they went out to, was it Ireland? They went.
Mm-hmm. That was Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and they just looked.
We took it right down.
That was the beginning of the end, right? That was the beginning when everything started
they
going.
Looked good. They didn't look bad in the game. They took it right down the field to start the game, but it's like the whole personality of the team changed after they lost that game because
all the hype too. Well, the thing too was that Uncle Lily had a hurt shoulder, but nobody was told, so that's why I kept throwing it short. He couldn't throw it deep, so why not play somebody else?
Well, that year, he was slow in making some of his decisions, but at the same time, when the offensive line can't give you 3 seconds,
right,
and you're having to throw it at 2, it becomes tough. And if you can't see the open receiver because they're not open at 2, then it makes the quarterback look like he's holding the ball further because he wasn't as mobile as a Jordan Travis that could take that snap and at 2 seconds, he knew he had to get going.
Yeah.
And he was moving, which then can open the receiver because now it's making the defense
And
choose.
that was a year, you're right, that was a year that we were like, something's not right in the locker room. Because they weren't that bad of players, or maybe they were. Maybe we didn't know, but we didn't think they were that bad of a team. But they never, after that game, they never played as a team the rest of the year. I don't know if they didn't like the quarterback or whatever it was, but something wasn't right about that team.
They lost a lot of key players from the year before. Running back, wide receivers, tight ends. So you lost a lot of key position and the quarterback. And they didn't have, and I talk about this with basketball, they didn't have the player on the team, or they hadn't identified it, that said, you're getting the ball. If we need a yard, 2 yards, you're getting the ball. And every great team has that guy. When you're a really good team, I mean, you can go, Coach, with Alabama, I can go back 20 years, and each year I could ask you, okay, it's 3rd and 2. Who are you giving it to?
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to tell me a guy. There's somebody on that team. Georgia, it doesn't matter what team it is. In Florida State's heyday, you could always answer that question. The last couple of years, you ask that question, and it's like,
I don't even know their names of their players. I mean, I don't know many superstars on that team.
With Coach Bowden there, you're going to have a fullback and a tight end. So you just, I mean,
yeah.
And I think some of the teams that are out there now, they're using tight ends. Tight ends are more of the body of a fullback, and they're using them in both places. When Norvell was most successful, he was really using a tight end as a fullback a lot. He would send a tight end in motion, use him as a full blocking back, or put him in the backfield.
All right, let's talk. I didn't have a chance. Patrick, let's talk about, won't that yard look absolutely gorgeous? We got bugs in the house. You can take care of all, and the yard. You take care of 3 things at one time. What's going on? And what's the name of the company? How they get up with you?
Turf Pro Pest Control. You can look us up on Facebook at Turf Pro PC and call us on our local number at 850-890-5820. It is the growing season. If your yard's not looking that great, give us a call. We can get out there. We can get some fertilizer on there. Sod webworms are coming. It's fixing to happen. July is that time. We're right at the end. You're going to start seeing moss out there in the yard, little white moss flying around. They're laying eggs. The worms are going to hatch. They're going to eat grass. You have ants with all the rain we've been getting. They're not looking for water, but they're going to come to the surface. You'll start seeing ant mounds right now. The one thing that we are seeing, and we're getting calls on, the mosquito population is exploding with all this rain. They've got places they can now lay their eggs. You know, our county does a great job about maintaining a lot of your roadways and stuff like that. But for your personal house, we can get out there. Our equipment can get out. We can spray 30 foot up in trees. The product's guaranteed to reduce the population by 90 or 80% in 90 days. So there's a lot of stuff. And then inside the house, keep the bugs out before they get in. We do a perimeter pest control. We don't have to come in the house unless you have something going on. We can do that. And we've got some great specials. We'll be announcing those here real shortly that are taking off.
Turf Pro Pest Control. That's who you need to go. Go local. Nobody's more local. Kids are at Mosley High School. Can't beat it. Hey, listen, James. We come down here. We bring that boat. We want to go get in the water, man. It's been raining. We don't have any now opportunities. We've been down here a couple of days. Been terrible because of all the rain and storms. Now we'll get the boat out in that water. Guess what? The thing won't crank.
Why not?
What? I don't know. It just won't crank. So what do? Do I go call a marina and waste another day and spend all that money?
No.
Is any way they can come to me?
Oh, absolutely. We got Jermaine. We got the Florida Man who will come to you. He comes to the boat. He fixes the boat. You get back out on that beautiful water to do whatever you do. Do you just enjoy the boat? Do you like the scuba diving? Do you like the fishing? Hey, if you're not on your boat, you're not doing any of those things, get the boat fixed. Call Jermaine. Give him the number, Coach.
Call Mr. Allen at 850-851-4134. Jermaine Allen, 850-851-4134. You'll be glad you did. It's going to save you big time money. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make that happen for you. Listen to Jason every Tuesday and Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Guy is incredible. We're right back. Where you got a problem in Bay County, all you parents need to listen up. All you coaches need to listen. We gotta figure out what we're going to do because we cannot lose this group. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Randy.
Real local winners.
Hey, Randy, do you know how to crush seafood like a local?
Yes.
You won the Lone Star Daily Double Boil, Randy.
Outstanding. Woohoo! That's exciting. I love shrimp and scallops and anything crab. Thank you.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. Partly sunny this afternoon, an evening with the wind coming out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour, and the high of 87. Tonight look for a gentle breeze and partly cloudy skies with a temperature near 82. Tomorrow, a high around 87 and mostly sunshine. Wednesday, very warm with a high of 87 and some sun. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
Warmer weather is finally here, and that means cookouts,
ball games,
and maybe enjoying some time on the water.
But it also means lots of heavy foods, sweets, and maybe an extra adult beverage or two. Thank goodness we both take Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All the things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted natural ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Active Liver helps us enjoy the good things in life with peace of mind that our liver isn't working overtime. Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, and you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
And here we go. The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. The Paul Feinbaum Show. Weekday evenings 6 to 10. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
That's perfect. Yeah. And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let me run something by you. Gulf Coast has dropped Bay County trainers. And let me tell you something. If I'm a coach right now, I'd be real concerned. If I am a parent, I'd be real concerned right now. We don't know what Bay District School is going to do. We do know that Gulf Coast has dropped them. They were flipping the bill. You had a trainer at different high schools. And as a head coach, when a player gets injured at practice, they're the ones that tell you, no, he is not going to practice the rest of the day. This is what he's going to do. They're the ones that set up him to go see doctors, Dr. Chad Mitchell or whatever. Now, way back in the days when Glenn and I played, you didn't have trainers. And a coach would say, tape it up, get back in there, and then people in there get injured pretty badly. Or you'd have players, sometimes like Glenn, that maybe didn't want to practice that day and kind of milk that injury. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to use you for that one.
Kickers don't do that. We're tough.
Yeah, and so maybe they get to practice. So as a coach, you had to decide, can he really play or not? So now that we live in a suing, you get sued over everything now, you got to be really careful. I don't want to make the call as a head coach. That's what I loved about having a trainer. Now, a good player might miss a day or two because he wouldn't talk to the trainer and they take him to a doctor and things like that. And you might be thinking deep in your mind, you know what, they should have sucked this up and played. But that took it out of your hands. That saved you. That's no longer there. With all the heat, when they start practice, now they do it in July, right? High school football starts in July now. It used to be August. we all know what the humidity's like, how hot it is out there for football. And these other sports, the trainers there for not just football, they're there for every sport. Man, if you have a kid go down, heat stroke and things like that, I know the trainers used to watch that instrument they had.
Right.
If it got, the heat index was so high, they had to come off the field.
One of those,
So now that goes on to the coach. And if you happen to screw up and you're not paying attention, you're doing your job, there's an issue right there. So I'm going to try to get up with Steve Moss and Jerry and see what they're going to do. We have got to have and I know there's no money in the budget for Bay District schools, so I know we're in a hard position right now. But we have got to have trainers out there. They're incredible people. They work extremely hard. They keep your kids safe on all the sporting events. We got to have trainers. We have got to have trainers for the safety of these athletes out there. And I don't know what's going to happen right now. But as far as we speak right now, last thing I understood, and I talked to a doctor, they said it's done, it's over. Gulf Coast has dropped it. And is it expensive? Yeah. But you're talking about kids' welfare. You're talking about a kid that could die at practice. It's happened. We've seen it. Right. You need a trainer. Didn't y'all have a kid get really injured big time in a game?
Yeah, we did. So, but it was.
You had a trainer there, right?
We did. We had a trainer and a doctor.
Yeah.
And so, I have to give a shout out to Choctaw because they brought their doctor over, and then we had put him on the ambulance. It was a catastrophic thing, but he's still alive, still going well, thanks to them and the medical staff. But it was a pre-existing that nobody knew about. It happened when he was like 12 years old.
So I had a situation like that too.
So and then it just kind of aggravated it.
Yeah.
So anyway, then it came to fruition, and so if you don't have those people there to make the call. So.
That's the same thing with Harry Mose at Auburn. We had him at Lake Wells, and he would sometimes complain about his neck. We didn't have trainers back then, and we had a team doctor. And he said, "Oh, he's fine. He can go."
Yeah.
And then he gets to Auburn and gets banged up in bowl preparation after the Iron Bowl, and they said, "Man, we got to check this out." And he had something that'd been there forever. And I was like, man, this is bad. He never could play again. They drilled holes in his head and put that halo on.
Right.
So we need trainers, guys. We need trainers big time. Glenn, I know you coached a long time. So I know you want trainers out there.
Oh, absolutely. Even I was a medic in the military, but that's not the same now. Everything's changed a little bit. But, we're at the point if a kid says he doesn't feel good, you almost have to take his word for it because you don't want to take the situation of, okay, you get back in there,
Right.
Not the old thing, how many fingers I'm holding up and all that now. So
right.
You can't.
Then you got the other side of that, the player. I mean, y'all have experienced it. I've seen it sitting on the sidelines where a player gets his bell rung or gets something and he comes over and a coach or something goes, "Hey, you okay?" You don't look at it, and the kid's like, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
Yeah.
Where a trainer who is kind of impartial is going to go, "Well, let's do a couple tests," and they do the test, and they can look at it and say, "No, you're not."
Yeah, they'll come to you.
You think you are, but you're not good.
Yeah, we even take their helmets. So
but a lot of times you do that because the trainer has told you that.
Oh yeah, well he comes to you and
coach.
says he can't play the rest of the game. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. So to make sure. But that you need somebody there too. And I've had not on our staff, but I've seen coaches go down,
right?
Because of the excitement of the game and some other things.
Heat, everything.
Yeah. So
we had a player. This happened. He was at a birthday party. He and Davey or Neil, one of Neil Dunn's sons was there, Patrick or Davey. Maybe both of them. But anyway. There was water at a condo. They slip, and he hits the side of a metal thing on an elevator, sliced it like a knife. It cut him wide open down the leg, down his chin. He had all kinds of. Neil Dunn actually sewed him up, took care of him. I think Neil was there. They get him to the hospital. Neil sewed him up, took care of him. Well, it was during spring football practice. Well, it was actually the week that we had the blue-white game. We didn't have to play a spring game that year. And this was happening here at Arnold. And I said, I'm gonna play him in a game. We'll bandage it up, and we'll put a different shirt on. They can't make contact. Well, we get out there, and he's bandaged up, and his mother comes on the field yelling at me, "What are you doing?" In front of the team and everything. I said, "What are you doing? He is not playing." I said, "Yeah, he is. If he wants to play next year, he's going to play." She goes, no, he's not going to play. You know he's got stitches in his leg. I said, it's bandaged up. He's going to be fine. He's not going to be allowed to get hit. And she went off on me, and I finally said, look, I'm the head coach. He's going to play. She goes, I'm the athletic director. He's not going to play. I said, I'm the coach. He is going to play. So the athlete storms off the field. He wanted to play, and he played. And he didn't get hit, didn't get hurt. We took care of him. But thank God it was my wife instead of another parent. If it had been any other kid, I wouldn't have done it.
Right.
But he played with stitches on his leg. Played pretty good.
I'm surprised she didn't pull that card after the athletic director.
Yeah.
She
was mean.
He didn't say anything about when he got home, though.
Well, I'm surprised on the field.
She was
didn't
mad at
look
Jared,
and say,
too.
I'm his.
She went to him and said, like, you're not, and he goes, I'm playing. So anyway, we outnumbered her. But anyway, we got to have trainers out there. If you're listening now, let those school board members, and they know it. I think they truly know they need to have the trainers. It's because the problem is going to be it's happening now. They got a short time to figure what's going to happen, and we don't know who's going to pay for it. It's expensive. Does the county pay for it? They don't have much money at all. Maybe another I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but we have got to have trainers out here covering these. I might try to get up with Chad and see what's going on with that.
The TDC could pay for it.
I don't know about that. That was Patrick. That wasn't me. All right, let's talk about some wonderful, outstanding people that we have. Got so many. You love bikes. Yeah, we all love bikes. Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. They got electrical bikes like you wouldn't believe. New and used. Is he local? Yeah, he's been in business since 1979. They're incredible. So is Kyle Vandergrift. TK Vandy Roofing General Contracting. They design it commercial, residential. They can build not just a roof, they can build a whole school. They can do anything you want. The guy's incredible. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here at ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be back.
It's here. The 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus, more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win it. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Good morning. This is Anna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. Partly sunny this afternoon, an evening with a wind coming out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour, and the high of 87. Tonight, look for a gentle breeze and partly cloudy skies with a temperature near 82. Tomorrow, a high around 87 and mostly sunshine. Wednesday, very warm with a high of 87 and some sun. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ready to unlock the science behind a healthier mind? Register today for the 4th Annual STEM Mental Summit, hosted by the United Hands Project. Discover mental wellness through science, tech, engineering, and math with fun workshops, free food, and great giveaways. It's completely free for youth ages 10 to 24. Join us June 22nd through the 25th at Gulf Coast State College and June 27th at FSUPC. Sign up now at theunitedhp.org. That's theunitedhp.org.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back to the gap at the wall. Out of here!
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll Tide, baby. Hey, Alabama, Crimson Tide, roll Tide, roll. Alabama updates by one of the greatest guys I know. I wished him happy Father's Day on Sunday. I love this man. You talk about a fine person. He graduated from Mosley High School. Jason starts a family business. They take so much pride in what they do. And you talk about local. You can't get more local than Jason. And you can trust him. They don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. He's the most honest guy I know. I know this for a fact. Before the first time I met him, I didn't know him from Adam. I told him, I said, I don't care what it costs. I want the biggest unit you have. I don't care. I got to have something better than what I got now. And he explained to me about square footage that I didn't need to do that. And he could have took advantage of me. He could have sold me a bigger unit, and he didn't. He is a great man. Locals, taking care of locals. Go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. You'll be glad you did. Dr. Chad Mitchell's glad. Jason Kovaleski, his store and his house, just about everybody we know all use Stevenson Air Conditioning. That truck's in Bay Point all the time. If it breaks down any time, day or night, Jason and his crew come out there and they'll take care of you. And they don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1, not even close. All right, Alabama. Question to the three experts in here.
Ooh.
Now, one team made this happen, but let me question it a different way. There's only 3 teams that have made the college playoffs that have been shut out. They've been shut out. Who are the 3 teams that have been shut out? Only 3 teams.
Ohio State is one.
You are correct, sir. The 11-2 Ohio State Buckeyes were beat by a 13-1 team. Do you know who the team is, and you know the score?
Clemson.
You are correct. Do you know the score?
I think it was 30. Is it 33 or 38-0?
You're close.
31-0.
31-0. Clemson. And you know where I was watching that game, Fred? They had the TV set up outside the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. We're watching that game, and they open up the stadium. I was the first one in that. That stadium was incredible. Jerry's World is unbelievable. Never been. You got to go see it. But Clemson, I was shocked. They beat down Ohio State Buckeyes badly. Only 3 teams in college football in the history have been shut out. What's the other one?
Alabama.
What was the score?
38-0.
Who did they beat?
Indiana beat them.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I mean, that was recent.
Yeah. But I was hoping y'all wouldn't think Alabama. I was hoping y'all would think, good job. Dang it, I was trying to throw a curveball, and you hit it.
I mean,
that was embarrassing. That was the most embarrassing game. That reminded me of the Ohio State. No, this reminded me of Nebraska and Alabama 1971 national championship game. Nebraska beat them 36-3 or 38-3, whatever it was. That's what it reminded me of. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, the way I remember the Alabama one, there was a Facebook meme that had the Alabama plane landing, and it said the only touchdown Alabama has.
Do y'all know what the third one is? Y'all have done great. Great job, Patrick. Glenn, you hadn't done much, but Patrick's done well.
I'm sitting in here.
James, you hadn't done anything, but Patrick has pulled y'all's
I'm
wagon.
sitting in with Shelton Cooper.
Okay.
I'm thinking it was Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Oh, no.
Who is it? The third team. The first one that we mentioned, 31-0. 13-1 Clemson destroys Ohio State. Ohio State goes 11-2. The second one, Alabama in the playoffs in the Rose Bowl gets embarrassed by Indiana 38-0. What's the third game?
Did TCU score at all in that championship game they were in?
Do y'all think it's TCU?
I was thinking it might be TCU.
65 to what?
Nothing. 3.
I think it was 3. No, they scored.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I was thinking
the exact same thing. I was thinking the exact same thing, but you're wrong. You're wrong. Do you own a lifeline? Would you like to have a lifeline?
We want the answer.
Is it an SEC school?
It's an SEC school in some ways.
Got to be Oklahoma or Texas then.
Oklahoma's been in the playoffs, correct?
Yeah.
Have they been shut out in those playoff games?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so. They've usually
Two
been
no's,
good enough.
Glenn. Has Oklahoma been shut out in a playoff game?
Gosh, I never kept up with Oklahoma until they got in the SEC. I'll say yes.
You should have went with those two.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Okay. Well,
do you need another lifeline? Come on, guys. You got two of them right. Think.
I'm going
I was actually at the game.
Oh, it's Vanderbilt.
Playoff game. I was at this game.
LSU.
No. Mm-mm. They scored at the end. That wasn't a playoff game back then. That was when it was a BCS.
Right.
It was Alabama 38, Michigan State 0. I was at the game, the Cotton Bowl.
That's right.
Yeah. So Alabama 38, Michigan State 0. Michigan State went 12-2.
I forgot they made the playoffs one year.
Yeah, I tell you what, their fans were good. They were good. We were told it was a Bama hotel. It wasn't. It was 99% Michigan State people, but it was fun. Alabama finished 13-1 that year, wins the national championship. Clemson 31-0 over the Ohio State Buckeyes, and Alabama got destroyed by Indiana 38-0. That were your three.
I think all three of those teams that shut out won the national championship. Didn't Clemson win it that year?
No, Alabama won it that year. Alabama beat Clemson in the Fiesta Bowl. I think it was a Fiesta Bowl. That was a great game. All right, Super Bowl, Mount Rushmore coaches. You know, we talked about this before. There was another survey, and this is what they came up with. Bear Bryant, Nick Saban like we did, Woody Hayes. The fourth one, they had Tom Osborne like I had, but the other guy had Bobby Bowden. And we had talked about this before, so I don't want to spend a whole lot on this one. Just briefly, would you guys, just you three, and I might have asked you, I think it was Jason I asked, maybe it was you guys, would you have Bobby Bowden on there or Tom Osborne as the fourth? Which one? Take off your love for FSU, just be fair and balanced. Bobby won more games than anybody if you give his wins back and take
Who was the
off.
third one on there?
You got Woody Hayes.
I don't know that Bobby's not third.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would think too.
So you would have
How many national championships did Woody Hayes win?
5. Well, it depends on official or not official. James, who you like? Who would you?
I'd have Bowden on there. I mean, just the
Over
dominance.
Osborne?
Yeah.
He's saying take off Woody. He's saying take off Woody?
Well, when you go to the national championships, I didn't know how many he had. That kind of puts you above. I mean, Bowden could have had 5, but he didn't.
Right.
He didn't have a full team. He missed a kicker.
Yeah, right. Wide left, wide right. Yeah, you're right. Miami cost him big time.
Yeah, several.
During that time frame.
I don't remember how many Osborne won, but he won a bunch over a very long period.
Yeah.
And
I think Woody has more national if you go what their records are at Ohio State. You know, Auburn gave a couple national championships the other day to back in 1900 or something. But I'm okay with what they had. Bear Bryant, Saban, Woody Hayes. I would probably put. I'd say hell, they're both about the same. Woody. I'd have Bobby myself.
I totally. You got to have Bowden there. Just how long they stayed at number 1, number 2. That
For
run that they had
right.
was just amazing, and you can see how much of a difference he made to the university. Because once he was gone, there was like one coach right after him that had some success, and then look at it from there.
And if they go back to where they took all the wins away, he's I think back to the winningest coach.
If
Paterno can get his wins back, why can't Bowden?
That's what upset me. And even if Paterno's were gone and Bowden's they gave him back, he would be number 1. Now, I'm not sure if they both got him back. I still think Paterno coached longer than hell. He coached forever, and he coached I think Penn State his whole career. Where Bobby took over some jobs, every job he took over, they were nothing. Now, I will say Penn State wasn't that great until he got there, but I think it was a better job than some that Coach Bowden's had. My next question, do I got time? I got a little time?
Yeah, we got 5 minutes. Roll with it.
All right, let's go. Top college football games that never have happened. Which one out of this list would you like to see? We have never seen Alabama versus Oregon. We've never seen FSU versus Texas, LSU versus Michigan, Penn State versus Virginia Tech. That will become a big deal if that ever happens because of the history there of Franklin being fired. Oregon versus Texas A&M, Clemson versus Michigan, Ohio State versus Ole Miss, and Clemson versus Oregon.
I see a pattern here that Oregon hadn't played a whole lot of people.
Yeah. Boise State versus USC, I could care less. Auburn versus Notre Dame. I think they got a scheduled game coming up. I do. Out of all those, give me two you'd like to see.
The Clemson Michigan would be an interesting just because the history, but in where both of them are in a prime. Mm-hmm. In the current state, and that's one of those things. Some of those games when they're in their primes, and both teams are rolling. Some of those games would be crazy. Like an Alabama Oregon would be good.
See, my two, Oregon. I like to see FSU versus Texas with them both being good, not like what Florida State's going through right now. I think just the colors of just everything. I think that would be cool. The other one I'd like to see is LSU and Michigan.
That's the one I want to see. I want to see LSU, Michigan.
Yeah.
In Baton Rouge.
Oh, at night. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the other aspect of this. Some of these great games that we talk about that it's two great teams, then playing on neutral site sometimes takes away from the game to me.
But see, I like it being neutral site because you got 50-50 crowd. We went to FSU-LSU game. That was fun, man, because it was loud the whole game. Somebody was happy, somebody was sad.
Yeah, but I like the bowl games like that. But I think when they're played on a campus, it just enhances that particular game. And if you're the visiting team and win, it makes it even sweeter.
And I mean, just the noise that you get, the excitement that you get, the electricity that you get, you don't quite get that at a neutral site because you don't have that home field advantage that, when you do have it and you've got that full crowd behind you, that can push you way harder than if it's just the half crowd for you, half crowd against you.
And I'll be honest with you, I know Michigan Stadium holds 110,000, 111, whatever it is. I'd rather have that 102,000 at LSU.
Well,
they're
here's
crazy.
My thing. How many stadiums have recorded an earthquake and they didn't have 102 then?
Right. That place is unbelievable. I'll say another place.
It's loud.
I would like to watch also. I like to see Auburn and Notre Dame play, with them both being good, not being. I like seeing Notre Dame come down here in a hot 2:30 kickoff game in September
and playing in Georgia.
They used to do that against Miami, and it was a great game. And then now it's not that great a game anymore, and they keep moving it.
All right. Anyway, hey, happy Father's Day to Austin Allen, one of my former boys. He is a great father. He has three beautiful kids. I'm pretty sure it's three, but great young man. And Austin is back in town. He is at Panama City Toyota. Great place. I bought so many cars in there. It's crazy. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Love them all. If I missed anybody at all, I can't even kept up with it. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, Stevenson Air Conditioning. I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the Alabama update. The most honest man I know. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Not even close. Go local. Don't go national. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. That's what you do with Steve's Bike Shop. Go local. Don't go to some national brand store. Buy a bike. You get it home. The tires are never pumped up. You're going to have to take it down to Steve's place, Steve's Bike Shop. He'll get you brand new tires put on there that will stay inflated. The guy is incredible. Steve's Bike Shop, electrical bikes are taking over the world. He got new and used ones. They're on 23rd Street, right across the street from Sam's. I got to get him back in. I know he's really busy with swim and conditioning, things like that, but I'd like to get him back in here. Also, don't forget about Vandy Roofing. You get that letter in the mail, you freak out, they're going to drop you. Don't panic. Call Kyle Vandergriff at TK Vandergriff General Contracting. He'll walk you through the process. They're not going to drop you. He'll make sure of that. Now, does he just do roofs? No. You want anything built. You want to build a barn. You want to build an addition to your house. You want to build a schoolhouse. He can do it all. They design it. They build it. Commercial, residential. They can do everything. We'll be right back. Auburn Tigers, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you tired of little radio stations with little signals that drop off at the edge of town?
He did say,
Oh, bless their hearts. This is the most powerful sports signal in the Panhandle. You found the Sports Talk Monster. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. Partly sunny this afternoon, an evening with a wind coming out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour, and the high of 87. Tonight, look for a gentle breeze and partly cloudy skies with a temperature near 82. Tomorrow, a high around 87 and mostly sunshine. Wednesday, very warm with a high of 87 and some sun. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, where the locals go for the best boiled seafood around. Crawfish, shrimp, red royals, and everything crabs. Watch almost every sporting event in the country on their huge outdoor jumbotron. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on weekly events, live music, and food and beer specials. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, your home away from home for sports, good times, and great food. The best boiled seafood. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
From the Vortex Springs to the Bear Paw Canoe Trail, from Shell Island to 30A, we're your home for live sports. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa, Eagle! Hey, Coach James Hale Show on the air. James Fife in here right now, hanging out with Patrick.
So
we're just chilling.
I saw something pretty interesting the other day that was talking about Auburn and the football program and the difference between this year and last year. And this was from news media, watching some of the practices in the spring and then some of this summer workout stuff. And they were talking about the difference now is when you come in there, you're giving 1,000% effort. If not, you're leaving the practice. You're leaving the facility. He's making you leave. And they were talking about the contagiousness of that and the mentality. Whereas before, I'm just not going to put forth the effort today. I'm a superstar. I can just kind of we all remember the movie Lollygagger from Bull Durham or whatever. But you know, they were just lollygagging, and now there's a standard been set that if you're not in here giving max effort all the time, leave the facility. It's okay to leave the facility. If you're not here, don't give.
I love that.
And this was news media talking about this and the difference in what it was doing with the recruits when they came in to watch a workout that's an off-season workout or something. And these guys are watching guys not jogging a pass route, but full sprint. Quarterback yelling at the receiver, another receiver yelling at a receiver or yelling at the quarterback, hey, you didn't throw it in the right spot. You didn't cut on the right foot. Holding each other to such a higher standard than what had been the last 3 to 4 years. And it's little things like that that you listen to that you're like, okay, now I know why he had success where he was at. Is it going to translate? Yes, it's going to translate. But to what degree is that success going to translate when they open and toe meets leather as the football season starts? Coach, you've been involved with coaching on the coaching side a lot. And when you see a team that gives at max effort or close to max effort in the preparation coming up to actually playing the games versus a team that has tons of talent but just never gives that effort.
Right.
It's almost like they never flip that switch to give the effort in the game unless it's a dire
you practice
situation.
like you play. You play like you practice. The greatest thing I've heard when you go back and Coach Bryant, it was in the 60s, I think. And they show this on ESPN and all these different things. He talks about that, how you as an individual are going to play. He talked about you playing against another team. This guy plays at, say, 85%. And 85%, he's talking about, that's really good because most people don't have an 85% ability. He said you might be a 75% player. But if you do the little things that you're going to learn from here and you listen to me, you do the little things we talk about every single day, that's talking about these little things. You do this and take care of that. This other guy, like you're talking about, has 85%, but he hadn't paid the price. He hadn't done these little things that you have done. You can beat him because of that. It doesn't always happen, but you can beat him. And that's happened. You've seen teams pull these upsets because they worked hard, play hard, practice hard. What you're talking about is exactly what I saw on online. Kirby was being interviewed over in Athens, and he talked about it. He said, Georgia's not for everybody. He said, college football has changed. You got coaches throughout the country that are not pushing these kids to the max limit because they're worried about losing players. Here at Georgia, wherever I've been, we've coached this way. We're going to continue to coach this way, develop players. We're going to push them to their ability. They're going to have to want to be coached, and we have to want to be able to take it because we're not going to change it at Georgia. And that's the reason I think he's been so successful. And I think that's what you just pointed out, what Golich is doing at Auburn. And I don't think Auburn's
either here
push that hard.
or go home.
Go.
Don't set an example, a bad example for somebody here.
It works for Kirby at Georgia, and it's going to work at Auburn. Auburn is a great job.
One of the neatest stories, I was watching a podcast, and it was an Alabama football player. And he was talking about how Nick Saban's success in there, and this just it set a new example for myself. He goes, I was called into Saban's office. I come in there, sit down. He goes, and I'm expecting him to go through X's and O's, what I'm doing in my position, and he hands me a sheet of paper and a pen. He goes, sign your name. That's all he says. He goes, so I sign my name. He goes, hand it to me. He looks at it, and he goes, tomorrow when you come in here, write it better. Leave. And he goes, it was so interesting that such a simple little thing of just writing your name. And his message was every day do something simple better.
Yeah.
Even if it's just writing your name. And he had a message to the whole team, and that's one of the reasons he was so successful is every little thing you do, you don't have to do it perfect today.
Right.
Just do it a little bit better tomorrow.
Have you seen the one, they were at, I don't know where he was speaking at, maybe in the Navy. I can't remember where he was speaking, but it was an officer, Navy officer. Might have been a commander. I'm not sure. He said the secret to being successful is getting up every day and making your bed.
Yeah,
you know
I've seen
one
that
thing. And but you know what he was saying. Like you're take care of do the little things that expected. That was pretty cool. Just that one thing right there. Get up every day and make your bed.
Yeah, he said. I remember watching that because he said that was one of the things that the military taught him.
You saw it. You saw that.
Yes,
yeah,
it was something that small changes your whole day because now you're prepared for the day.
When we were at Southern Mississippi, Coach Collins was a great coach. Now he went to SMU. He was beating everybody. We were good, and he went to SMU and got the death penalty. The only coach in college football here who got the death penalty. He was a good Christian man. He was a good man. When they got out there, all that stuff had been going on before, and he was told, this is how we do it, this way it's going to be done. We'll get the players, you coach them. Well, when we were at Southern Mississippi, when you did your winter workouts, you have 5 deep a line, and you're doing all these agility drills, the running day. 2 days a week you ran for an hour solid, and then 2 days a week you lifted weights. Then the third day you had to do it on your own with a GA or something. But if you had 5 lines going, and there was about 3 to 4 in a line doing the same drill at the same time. Everybody else had to be broke down, perfect stance, perfect football position. And if anybody in any of the lines wasn't actually doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, you go through the drill, you get to the other end, and they would come down and they would tell you if it was good or not. It had to be perfect. And it didn't count. 4th line had his hands on his knees, and we were like, we wanted to kill the guy. Everybody got pissed off, but you couldn't. We did it first, then we found out we better shut up because they added more work to us. You just got to accept it, and you go on. But every single person, that entire group, had to do everything perfect or it didn't count. And I'm telling you, they made a point the first 3 times they did it. They about killed us. People throwing up all over the place. It had to be perfect. But everything we did in the weight room, on the running drills, practice, it was that way. If you screwed up at all, you had to do it over. Everybody had to do it. As a team had to do it over. And that's, like I said, I learned more from my coaches than I ever learned from any professor. I mean, you learned. I didn't have any discipline until I got there. I thought I did. When I got to Southern Mississippi, and that's just Southern Mississippi. I had buddies of mine that played Alabama for Bear Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
What they went through, I'm telling you right now, we did just as much hard work as they did, because a lot of people did what Alabama did. But Coach Bryant didn't care if you got hurt. He wasn't worried about people getting hurt. And then when those winter workers at Alabama, the reason they played so hard for him, they learned that hard work in winter workouts. And he was the same way. Anything goes wrong, you're going to do it again until you get it right. It's going to be perfect every single time. Yeah, and I'm glad that's happening at Auburn right now. That's good. That's a good thing.
I had a coach years ago, and his question was always, today, can you beat yourself from yesterday? He goes, don't matter what the guy in front of you's doing. It's only about you. Can you beat yourself today?
That's
the guy that played yesterday.
In the old days, that's what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Even the guy you're trying to beat out, you supposedly pull for him, know your position, and do the very best your time will come. Now what do? Well, hell, I ain't playing. I'm leaving.
You got guys now that come into college football, and it's really bad in the NFL, where I'm only going to play third downs because I want to be a pass rush specialist. I want to be out there on the edge, or I want to do this. I want to chase the glory of the position, not the work of the position.
See,
and I preach to my kids all the time.
I can't comprehend that because we didn't come up that way. That would never happen.
Hey, I preach to my kids all the time. The glory is not when you get to the summit. It's the climb. That mountain you're struggling, and the work. I say, because once you get to the summit, it's all downhill. And before you get to the summit, you better have another one in mind.
I have something in mind. They always get there, and they know the process, and that's Beefo Braves and Lynn Haven. You talking about customer service. Pat, I think he hires wonderful people. I know he does. You got to be a special type person to work for him. You got to be a good person. He hires great people. Then he trains them up. And I tell you what, they always got them a smile on their face. They always treat you like family. And that's the reason people like going in there. I've gone in restaurants before and somebody's had a bad day, and we all have bad days. But when they're not too friendly and they're not, they don't talk and they just flip a bill down there, I usually don't go back. I remember how I'm treated. And you're going to get treated really well at Beefo Braves and Lynn Haven. They do treat you like family. Always smile on their face. The food's incredible. TV's everywhere. Get down there tonight and watch the national championship game between Oklahoma and North Carolina at Beefo Braves and Lynn Haven. Lynn Haven. Also, you're already down that way, James. Let's go see Russ, Amber, and Patrick.
Absolutely.
You know when you got a broke jewelry, you got an old piece you want fixed, they don't mail it off, and you don't see it for 6 to 8 weeks. Do you know where they do it at?
Right in-house. They fix it right here in the old Bay County.
They're the best at what they do. Amber, Patrick, Russ are incredible people.
You know what else you can do? You can go down there. You can find something. You really like it.
Oh, my God.
You tell them. Put it on the list for me. Put it on the list.
That's the only place I know that does that. They're incredible.
It's called Genius.
What's it? It's called David Adams Designer Jewelry. They are the best, no doubt. Just like Dr. Ward's the best at what he does. The man graduated from Florida, highly intelligent, the best doctor I've ever been to for skin cancer. I went to Cape Coral. They numb me up, cut me up, throw me back outside, wait a bit. 2 hours later, they come back and get you. Well, we didn't get it all. They numb me up. I think they were charging me by the shot. Dr. Ward, man, they do a great job. Every time he's gotten the first time, he is the best. I've never been around him that good. The guy's incredible. It doesn't look right, feel right. When in fight develop skin cancer, don't put it off. Go see Dr. Ward. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on the Glenn Manley Network. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. return to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and created cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Ready to play? Welcome to DuPlay, your premier indoor destination for family fitness and total fun. DuPlay is designed for fun, movement, and skill building for all ages. Kids can explore our active playgrounds, while athletes and teams can utilize our turf fields, indoor soccer, batting cages, full basketball, and volleyball courts. With open play, training space, and structured activities, it's all inclusive at the new DuPlay in Panama City. Take a look now at DuPlayOnline.com. That's DuPlayOnline.com.
The legendary Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, home for the most popular drink specials in town and now on the beach. Enjoy 2-for-1 house margaritas and draft beer all day, every day. 10% off on Military Mondays, and Tuesdays kids eat free with an adult. Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, now with 2 locations. Back Beach next to Home Depot and Highway 77.
Better buckle up, Buttercup. There are no participation trophies here, just pure sports. The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Gen Z snowflakes.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. James, help me out, Big Daddy. Saturday, Oklahoma 9, North Carolina 3. All looked great for the SEC. Watched most of the game on Sunday. I saw the catcher from Oklahoma try to throw a guy out on first. The first baseman missed the ball, rolls down the field, error. I saw the outfielder, center field, left fielder, I think it was the left fielder. They're trying to catch a pop-up. They almost kill each other. And somehow the center fielder, I heard he's calling for the ball. He's calling. I got it. You can see his mouth. He's calling it. The other guy didn't hear him. They almost killed each other. But I will say this: he held on to the ball. I couldn't believe it. I just saw a lot of errors made by Oklahoma. They just didn't play. And I know North Carolina had a lot to do with that, but they didn't play like they had, and they get beat 6-2 on Sunday, forcing Game 3 tonight at 6 o'clock on the ESPN. Glenn, after watching how poorly Oklahoma played yesterday, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this thing. I felt pretty good about Oklahoma the whole time until I saw that mess yesterday.
Well, one of the other things too is, the guy when the ball got past the catcher, he couldn't decide if he wanted to flip it or throw it. But guess what? The pitcher wasn't there anyway till late. When you start throwing to first and all that, you're searching for an out. Sometimes that's where it goes when you start searching for an out.
So I wonder who's got the most healthiest arms going into tonight's game.
I don't know, but they're gonna use everybody they have. Most of them have 15 pitchers, so they're gonna stick them in there. It's gonna be close because I didn't think North Carolina played all that good when they got beat 9-3. So
yeah,
it's a toss up, but I'm gonna have to lean towards the ACC because
so you got North Carolina winning.
I do.
You would, James. Talk to me. What'd you think about these games?
Fun games to watch. You're missing some of the fundamentals of baseball. I don't know if it's just getting late into the season, dudes are getting tired, or if it's just the spotlight getting on to the guys that, they're just, it's maybe a little bit too big for them and they're forgetting how to play the game. Because, if you're looking at that fly ball to center, that's the center fielder's ball. If he is yelling for it and if he is calling for it, left field needs to stop, shortstop coming out just needs to stop because it is his ball. You always want on an outfield ball like that where it is coming in, You want the guy that's coming in to get it, not the guy that's coming out after it. So definitely want to watch for the center fielder there. But North Carolina only using 2 arms last night, and Oklahoma running through 8 arms last night and 5 arms the game before. Oh, you spent a lot of that bullpen already. And you're going to have to rely on the bullpen to keep you going because, well, unless you got a starter out there that's going to take you 7-8 innings, you got to have arms. And I think they might have run through them. I'm going with the Tar Heels.
Wow. Patrick?
I like blue.
Oh, my God. I can't believe y'all. 3, North Carolina.
Well, we already knew who you were going to vote for.
I just got to keep in the SEC. I mean, come on. I got the Buckeye boys I got to deal with.
Here's the thing. You had 5 chances.
I know. Can you believe that?
All right, so don't be complaining about them having to play each other.
I always look at the body language. I don't like what I'm looking from North Carolina. I mean, not North Carolina, but Oklahoma. The body language of that team.
All right, well,
the mistakes, man.
Who are you picking then?
I kind of think North Carolina's going to win, but I'm going to go. I'm going to say
you're voting with your heart.
I'm voting with Oklahoma because they're SEC,
Man.
SEC, baby.
That's right.
It means more.
If we don't, I'm going to be upset. But I'm telling you though, I do. I always like. But then again, usually when you play really like crap one week, the next week you play a lot better.
But it's not a week.
This is one day. Yeah, it's 24 hours.
Yeah, this is back to back.
Yeah,
I didn't watch either game, so I don't know. I just saw the scores. I just saw the scores.
Yeah.
I don't know how North Carolina played the end of the first game and then into the second game. And I think that has a –
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma played a good game to keep them kind of under control.
And they started out the first of that game doing it. You thought it was going to be this is it. And then they fell apart.
Yeah, the other
they
thing,
made some
too, is
big-time mistakes.
when North Carolina brings that freshman reliever in, then they got the little guy with the glasses. He doesn't throw it really slow either. He turns it loose, too.
Well, how many games have you watched? You see
I've
two
watched both of
players run into each other. The catcher throw the ball out in the field trying to throw the first baseman. The first baseman hadn't even got there yet. Remember that?
Right. You usually have a sign for that.
That's what I thought.
But he ran behind the runner instead of in
Right.
front to catch the ball. And then both of those players are calling for the ball. You can see the left fielder calling
Did
for
not
it too.
the catcher
But that's
miss a
one.
ball too and went behind him? They scored. Didn't that
Yeah,
happen too?
he slipped when he tried to throw it, but the pitcher wasn't there to cover the plate. But when the shortstop's running out there and 2 guys are calling, he has to be loud enough to call who it is. And James is right. It is a center fielder's ball. Wherever he can get to is supposed to be his.
Thank
you.
You're talking about me, right?
Yeah, both Jameses.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's it.
You know I don't like to take credit, but thank you.
I know that. So
here's the big deal. This is what the whole thing is in Omaha. The Jello shots. Now this was this was not today, so we'll change one more time. But this is the latest. It was taken about 19 hours ago. West Virginia, 28,105 are the champions. I think they're going to win the whole thing. Now Oklahoma has jumped up there. Oklahoma has jumped way up there. Number 2, 10,556 Jello shots. Troy. Let's go Troy, first time out there. They're home now. But they did a good job. 6,367 Jello shots purchased. That's $5 a pop. Troy did pretty good. Ole Miss, they come in third place. Ole Miss, 9,121 Jello shots.
I mean, that's surprising because part of their fight song is about drinking.
Georgia. I'm disappointed in Georgia. Not too bad. 5,699. Now North Carolina's still there, Glenn. They got a shot to get past. I don't think they do it. I think they could. Maybe they'll pass Ole Miss. But here's where North Carolina is, and they got one more day to do it. 7,562. I thought they'd be higher than that.
But here's the thing: you got to think about North Carolina and Georgia. They're not going to drink the Jello, and they've got moonshine shots or something. Yeah,
that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I'm curious. Does Does moonshine turn into Jello if you mix it as a Jello shot, or does it stay liquid because it's so hot?
It burns everything out. You see it smoking. It melts the Jello. I can tell you that. Don't be swallowing it. I remember one time my dad had some in a jar, and I came in and I thought it was water, and I took a shot of that. Golly,
you didn't take a big swig. I know.
No, it didn't last long.
He took a small, but he kept taking.
But
he kept taking
it hits your
them.
tongue, you're trying to stop.
Yeah.
James had some of that Kentucky bourbon, pretty good, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah. We actually, so where I used to live in Kentucky, the gentleman lived a couple doors from me in the middle of nowhere, had 2 refrigerators on the porch. One refrigerator filled with eggs, the other refrigerator filled with moonshine. So if you are ever up in the Appalachian part of the world, people, and you see a refrigerator on a porch in the middle of nowhere, don't worry. There's just moonshine in it.
Or eggs.
Texas
Or
likes
eggs,
that bourbon
just gotta be
and
careful.
whiskey, too. Here's Texas is low, 3,675.
The other thing, too, is you got to remember how many people are in there. Can you get in there to take a shot?
That's true.
Who called in and said they wanted to buy, was it $100,000?
That was McAfee.
Yeah, West Virginia. Now, Alabama was embarrassing. Bama was embarrassing. 3,730. As soon as they lost those 2 games, they got in a plane, come home, or drove home.
I don't know if they stayed for the full game.
Yeah, I think you're
both
right.
games. Because if you stay the full game, you're probably taking a bunch more shots.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that. That was pretty bad, 23-2, whatever it was. Speaking of guys that do that kind of stuff, James, my brother-in-law, Ed Langston, has a big house on the lake. And out in the patio, they got a refrigerator. They got, those cooking places. But he has a ice cold draft beer kegs out there.
Ooh, I like that idea.
You can be fishing, walk up in his backyard, pour yourself, and then you open the fridge, get an ice cold mug, and drink it.
And what lake is it?
My brother was out, I think it was Camp Shelby. I think it was near Hattiesburg. They were doing some things down there, and this is back when he was flying helicopters. I think I don't think he was flying planes then, but he went to see Ed. Nobody's home yet. He got there about an hour early, so he walks around the house and looking at the water and stuff, and looks up and sees the keg. So he opened the refrigerator, got him. He sat there for an hour drinking draft beer. By the time they got home, he was feeling pretty good. They had a good visit. They had a really good visit. But you got to be careful of that stuff, though, because them kids around that neighborhood might know that stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, I don't know why I told that story. All right, we'll be right back. Let's talk about some of our great people. Love them all. Hey, we got this boat. All right, I'm not taking it to get it serviced at a marina. It's just too expensive. Can you get somebody to bring it to my house?
Yes.
Come to my house and fix my boat.
We got it. We got the man right here. We have Jermaine Allen from Florida, Maine. Florida, Maine. You call him. You tell him what kind of boat you got. He looks up the info on your boat. He brings everything he needs with him to fix your boat. He comes to you. He fixes your boat at your house, on your lake, on your time. You don't got to go anywhere, man. It's the best.
And get this number right here, James, 850-851-4134. Call Mr. Allen, 850-851-4134. You'll be glad you did. Problems with the air conditioning, breaks down, or it's just running. It's not getting cooler. Well, guess what? You got to get it serviced. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Go local. If it breaks down, call them anytime, day or night. They'll get there as soon as they can. And I tell you what, it'll be the best deal you ever got. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals. Is he local? Yeah, he graduated from Mosley High School. Same thing with Turpro Pest Control. Patrick, your daughter's a beautiful cheerleader at Mosley High School. You live here. You do an incredible job. That yard will look like a golf course. And if you've got bugs in the house, they'll take it away. What's the best way to get it with you? Turpro Pest Control.
Call us on our local number, 850-890-5820. We can get out there and take care of your pest control needs.
Yeah, we all want a bike. My granddaughter's wanting new bikes. They're too young for an electrical bike. But if you're old like Glenn, and Dr. Chad Mitchell's told me this. He said these electrical bikes are great for people having knee injuries, people getting up there in age. They can get the exercise they need. They get out pretty far away. They get tired, their knee starts hurting. What do? Turn the juice on. You get back, no problem. You want a new one? Yeah, we all do. Best price you'll get is Steve's Bike Shop. You want a used one, dependable, that's good, and he'll give you a great deal on? That's Steve's Bike Shop. Same thing with standard bikes. You got a bike that's all screwed up, take it down there, they'll fix it.
They work on those electric motors, too.
Oh, they do great. They're the best. Well, they've been in business since 1979. They know what they're doing. Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. Don't go waste your money in a national store buying a bike. When you get it home, the tires never say pumped up. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You get what you pay for. Steve's Bike Shop. Locals taking care of locals. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
Who's the employee here? Is it the football player?
Yeah.
Is this a free country?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You see the pattern here? You think the fans should be running this? Because that's what Saban thinks. He thinks it's the fans that are driving the sport. These are employees now, Paul. They're all getting paid. This is a free country.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. Partly sunny this afternoon, an evening with a wind coming out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour, and the high of 87. Tonight, look for a gentle breeze and partly cloudy skies with a temperature near 82. Tomorrow, a high around 87 and mostly sunshine. Wednesday, very warm with a high of 87 and some sun. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
You've been low-key thinking about dropping a podcast. Well, now is the time to start, brah. Sports, politics, finance, science, health, real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to ESPNPC.com. Bruh.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I'm going to give you an exam. Now, listen to the question carefully.
True, false.
And then I want you to talk about that thing. Matter of fact, let's start with that. What's going on with this Jamie Pridgett?
Yeah, they're going to be doing a basketball camp. Let me pull it up. But Kenny Anderson, former NBA player, is going to be the one coming in to do the camp with him.
And where is he at?
Well, he is currently down in Tampa, Sarasota, somewhere down in there. Here we go. So the dates are going to be August 1st and 2nd.
Here in Bay County.
Yes, here in Bay County. We'll have more about it here in the next couple of weeks about when it's going to be, exactly the location and all. There is a fee. It's like $150 to sign your kids up, but you're going to get instructions from an NBA superstar.
And that's the big fundraiser for this basketball program, correct?
Yes, they're a basketball program. They do a lot of stuff for the youth basketball around Bay County. They have a traveling AAU team. It's pretty cool.
All right, let's talk about this. Here we go, James. Help them out. I know we're going to have some help on this. 10 teams you choose from. Now listen, college softball, women's college softball, NCAA tournament. most watched team. There's 10 of them. What team was the most watched? And I think y'all get it pretty
Oklahoma.
You got to remember now how many games they played.
Right.
Texas Tech.
NCAA tournament. Oklahoma came in 10th. You're correct. They're on there. They're
Alabama.
number 10. Who's number 1?
I'd say Texas Tech or Texas.
Texas Tech? You say which one?
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech is number 2.
Then
Texas?
Texas
is number 3. Good job.
Alabama.
Alabama? Anybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Alabama, roll tide, baby, number 1.
Oh,
Who's number 4?
Why would we have this survey?
Florida State not make the top 10.
UCLA.
You are correct. UCLA is at number 7. 4, 5, 6.
Tennessee.
Tennessee, you are correct. Number 5. Y'all doing great. James, come on. Great state. They want to be good in football. They used to be. They're in the Big Ten now.
But was Florida in that mix?
No, Florida didn't make it. The red and white.
Wisconsin.
They like corn.
Nebraska?
Nebraska's at number 4. You got 6, 8, and 9 to go. 6 is from the SEC. They got the same colors as Alabama. Arkansas at number 6. You got 8 and 9. You should be good in golf and baseball in this state. It's always hot. It's always dry.
South Carolina.
No.
Florida.
West, out west.
Arizona.
What?
Arizona?
New Mexico.
UCLA.
Starts with an A. State.
Arizona
State at
That's
number
what he
8.
Sun Devils.
And number 9, they're terrible in football.
That could
They
be.
got
that
a team
limits
in
it
their
down.
state that's great at softball.
Auburn.
They let me see. I'm a grown man.
Oh gosh.
Southern Miss.
No, Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State, you Glenn. At number 9, Oklahoma State. The most watched NCAA tournament women's softball. Number 1 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Same like in football. Texas Tech was number 2. They had those 2 great pitchers. Number 3 was Texas, the national champs, right? Texas won it all.
Back to back. Yeah.
Number 4 was Nebraska. Number 5 was Tennessee. Number 6 was Arkansas. 7 was UCLA. Wasn't UCLA ranked number 1 most of the year?
Yes.
Or was that in baseball?
That was baseball.
Number 8 was Arizona State. Number 9 was Oklahoma State. And number 10, Oklahoma. Y'all did a pretty good job. I can't complain with those.
Well, I figured we should have said Alabama. Why would he have a survey?
Patrick did. I did. Said it before you guys.
Earlier, we should have said.
All right. This is we've been over this one. We'll go over it again. This was by another survey, and it's by just about every service out there. They do this. Top 5 best-looking uniforms. I disagree completely. This is what these must be from the Midwest. Number 1, Michigan. The helmet, maybe. I don't know. Number 2, UCLA. I do not like UCLA's uniform.
No.
That's just me. I don't. Number 3, FSU. I like their traditional uniform.
Right.
FSU. So I will keep FSU. Number 4, Notre Dame. I just don't think it's that great. To me, it doesn't excite me.
Let's see where the green, I guess.
It's just black and gold. It's just a gold helmet, basic black shirt. Was it black or navy?
It's a dark blue.
Dark blue. And gold. They're number 4. I say I take them off my list. Number 5, I do like their uniform. I think it does look good. Ohio State. Do y'all disagree? Would y'all go with it? I
as long
disagree.
as they don't wear the black, I'm all right.
Here are mine. Y'all hear me out. Here's mine. Ohio State, I'll leave in there. I do think it looks pretty good. Their standard one. Florida Gators. I like Florida's uniform. The blue jerseys, white pants, orange helmet. I like
when they
Florida.
wear the orange helmet, that looks good.
Looks good. FSU. I love their home uniform. I think it looks good. And number 2, Auburn. I love Auburn's home uniform. I even like their away uniform. I think it's sharp, but I really like their home uniform. And, of course, we all know this one, number 1. It's not even no question. Everybody and their brother knows who they are when they walk on the field.
USC.
Alabama. I love Alabama's uniform.
What?
I just love it.
Is Oregon not in there?
No,
well, they don't have one uniform they wear.
Nobody can tell who. Yeah, there's just too many to choose from. What are your five? Give me your five.
But that's why I like Oregon, is because I
Give me
like
your
all
five
the
favorites.
colors that you get out of Oregon.
Yeah,
you don't
but
get that
some
from
of their
anybody
uniforms
else.
Are horrible.
But that what makes them so great is they're so
Do you like
horrible.
those
They're
platinum
great.
helmets or whatever you call it?
Oh yeah, the
Hey,
dome chromes.
I'll tell you
Oh
one- one that I think's
yeah, those
really
are
cool.
great.
What about
Boise State?
Who?
Boise State's.
Yeah, all right.
Boise State's got. I like the orange
When
and
they use the orange-
the blue
orange
together.
pants and
That's a
the
good
white-
one.
the
I
orange
do like
pants and
that
the white
one.
tops.
What about Kentucky
LSU's
when
a
they
good
had
one
that
for me.
chrome helmet and all
Yeah,
that?
yeah, they had. It
Louisville
was
had
good.
a chrome one too. Louisville had a-
Yeah. Western
Well, give me
Kentucky
five.
started
Who are
that
your
up in there.
top five?
I like Oregon. I love Oregon because all the colors with it, and I like the color match of the green yellow. I'm gonna go to LSU next because apparently
Ooh,
I like
do,
yellow. I
yeah.
like the
I like
purple.
LSU
I like
too.
that purple
Yeah.
with that yellow combination together. It's just a slick look, especially when it's like the purple tops and the yellow bottoms. Oh, I just like it. I like the combination of the green orange for Miami as well. That's just a
pretty.
classic color
Yeah,
for
it
me
is.
that I really enjoy looking out there. When you see it on a team, you know who it is.
Yeah.
Oh, who else do I want to go with? I'm still going to stick with my traditional Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. We always got some really great different kind of helmets out there. So I always appreciate how that has a roll through with it. And my final spot, where do I want to go with the final spot? Let's go Tennessee. I like the orange.
The orange and the, blue, the big T.
Brian just puked.
Yeah, Brian.
Patrick, give me your five. Come on, help me out. James was, I don't know. He's usually on board. This one, I don't know.
I like LSU's. Like I said,
I like
Boise
their
State's.
home. I mean, they're whites. I don't like the purple.
I like the purple over the white. I'm not a big fan of their white with yellow. Oh, I'm trying to remember I think it's Minnesota.
You like Minnesota's?
They have a little different. I like Virginia Tech's too.
Right.
When they come out and there's Clemson, I think it's pretty cool.
Clemson. I do like kind of Clemson.
And of course Florida State.
Yeah, Glenn. Real
Yeah,
quick.
well, I'm kind of with James on Oregon. I don't have to be number one, and then Florida State, and then I like Penn State. It's just the white when they had the
Kind of
white.
like Alabama reverse, right?
Yeah. So and then maybe Alabama throw them in there, and I have to do the Auburn Tigers.
Yeah, I do like
Auburn Tigers.
James, Patrick, real quick, tell us how they get up with you. They in the company.
Call us on our local number, 850-890-5820. It's Turf Pro. Going to give a shout-out to Tristan for catching big fish in the tournament this past weekend, winning a cool Benjamin out of all the adults.
Well, that's cool, man.
That was pretty cool.
All right, James, what do you got? I didn't even ask you. What do you get on today?
Got the Cubbies going today, man. Just looks good. Had it
I like that
yesterday
color.
when
That
I went
looks
out and hang
good.
out with Dad, so just decided I woke up this morning. It was still sitting there, so looked good to put on.
Y'all were wrong about the uniforms. The prettiest uniform in college football history is the Harvard of the South.
Ooh.
Southern Mississippi. How about that, Big Daddy?
Take
Hey,
that.
I would say we'll see you tomorrow. I hope you're around. I hope I see you tomorrow. We're out, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Wake up with ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show drags you out of bed weekdays 7 to 9.
They're going to allow beer sold at the new sports complex, yet we can't have a cold beer on the beach.
Then for the ride home, the